Welcome to the Press Row Show, the #1 rated pregame, intermission, and postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, and also west of the Malloy Hole.
Of what?
The Malloy Hole.
What the hell is the Malloy Hole?
The Malloy Hole, also known as the Malloy Deep, is the deepest point in the entire Arctic Ocean. And that is fitting because the Arctic is also where the North Pole is. So Santa Claus, when he needs to cool off after a long flight with Rudolph and the rest of the reindeer, he plummets deep into the depths of the Malloy Hole. And while you're down there, you can go for a swim.
While you're down there. Yeah, you can.
Merry Christmas! Ho, ho,
You know what,
ho.
Russ? You know what I think is interesting? Like,
Come on in
how many times
and know me better, man.
How many times when we're doing the show, because we have these wonderful lights shining on us during the entire time we're live, do we have people walk by and snap photos? Yeah. And I don't think they have any idea who we are because, today you forgot the banner, so they have no idea it's the Snow the Goalie podcast.
That's right.
But I'm wondering how many times people take pictures and get home and look at their pictures and go, who the hell are those guys that we took a picture of?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I see it all the time, right? How many times do people – there was a girl who just walked by. She snapped a photo.
Okay.
It happens constantly, at least 4 or 5 times a game. And I wonder how many times people actually take a picture.
That's when they say that is Anthony SanFilippo on Twitter, at SanFilippo. That's Russ, at Joy on Broad. And they are very clearly the hosts of the Press Row Show, the #1 rated pregame, intermission, postgame show. So
I hope so.
That's what they say. Many people are saying, welcome in. It is it's the first game in a long time at the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Yeah.
And it is the last game for a long time at the Xfinity Mobile Arena because after tonight, we will not return to the barn until
January 6th.
It's going to be insurrection. Cutter Gauthier is going to storm the doors of the Xfinity Mobile Arena. And they're going to send him away. It's going to be a largely non-violent. Before we get there, though, we have a hoing good time down here at the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
We ever.
As the Philadelphia Flyers take on the Vancouver Canucks, who are without Quinn Hughes via trade. And, Ant, we can go a whole lot of ways in this one, but obviously
we got to start with this morning.
There's been a big story going around, and it is Rick Tocchet and the way that he handled the media today when asked about young Matvei Michkov. Now, I do have the clip if we want to kind of go back and forth. We have a little extra time tonight, Ant, because puck drop, since it's an Amazon game, will not happen until
roughly 7:45.
So
but there's still going to be the anthem beforehand, 2 anthems
Pish Posh
beforehand. So we'll probably be out by about 7:40, I would say.
We'll see. So what we can do is we can actually throw to that audio a little bit if you want. And I think that it's probably a good idea to kind of give some people context if they might have missed it. Because, let's be real. I don't know how many people go out of their way in a given day to listen to the morning press availability of the coach. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but I mean, once it got out there, what was said, it was wildfire, man. It spread unbelievably quick, and all the people who want to kill the coach, they were all out in force. It's like they have a bat signal for themselves, that they all contact each other, and that's it. And they all got to get onto their social media apps and
they go hunting nematodes.
Do the same story all over and all over again. But I will say this before you put it up.
Yeah.
I partly agree with them today.
Wow. All right, we're going to get to that in a second.
How you like that?
We are going to try to parse through the media availability because there are 3 or 4 questions over there that got asked this morning. And it's really, really important, I think, that we give the context to the people because that is what it's all about. Here on the Press Row Show, the #1 rated pregame, intermission, postgame.
Whoa!
A $20 super chat. Hey now, whoa! From Robski6636. All right, fine. We'll stop what we're doing for a second because we are shills for money.
That's right.
So by all means, I'll ask the $1 million question. When is while you're down there merch going to come to the Snow the Goalie website? By the way, Ant, great article on that. Happy Festivus.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Rob. We said the Malloy's Hole. While you're down there, go for a swim. Did you know that it's the lowest point in the Arctic Ocean?
I had never heard of it until tonight.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
I was today years old when I found out. Oh, look, Andrew, one of your friends.
There's another elf. Right here, Andrew, there's another elf. There's an elf. You're an elf. Oh, people haven't seen Intern Andrew yet.
Yeah.
There he is. Intern Andrew, he's here.
In his elf costume.
Intern on a shelf. Hi, guys. right, we're gonna come back to him in a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Robski, thank you. All right, we're jeez.
I know what you're laughing at.
Oh, man.
That's
Okay.
good. That's good.
Hold on. I have to unfortunately take the comments off for a second until we get a couple more up there.
Yeah, that's all right.
But that is really funny.
Yeah.
If you're into immature humor, you can't immature.
Oh, come on now. Sophomore humor not allowed in society anymore.
Humor not allowed at all, especially on
silly podcast.
That's
yeah,
right.
we wouldn't delve into humor on this show. All right. Let's go out to the Rick Tocchet availability. Now, I have to admit, I couldn't actually hear which question we're on here, so we might do a little bit of skipping around. But Rick Tocchet took exception. I know I have it like memorized now. I just don't know about the timestamp.
Because I was there.
At this point, let's just set the context. Rick Tocchet gets asked a bunch of questions this morning about Matvei Michkov, mostly because of the video of Michkov appearing to argue with a coach and with Rick Tocchet on the bench at the Rangers game. So let's go out to this is Rick Tocchet earlier today. This is what had Flyers Twitter in a frenzy.
Frustrated on when to switch and when he shouldn't switch. I know it's a lot of media. It happens all the time. This is not Mitch. It's just a story because it's Mitch. It wasn't even an argument. It was about when he should switch and not with Barkey. And he's getting it when to switch and when not in the power. But that was all. He was just getting frustrated on when to switch and when he shouldn't switch. I know there's a lot of media people like to let him do what he wants, but there's a time to switch and when to switch. And that's really what it comes down to.
All right, so I want to start with that one, Amp, because
that was the first question, by the way.
I did a full breakdown over on the Russ Joy Show. Find it on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
And I did a full breakdown on Patterson.
See, we got you covered in the video, we got you covered in the audio, and in the written form.
2,000 word content.
We're a dynamic duo over here.
Yes, we are.
2,000 words in this economy?
I had to break it down by question and answer and everything. So, there's a lot of extra words.
So he throws this media thing out, which annoys me. I'll get to that in a little bit. But he throws out this idea that even though some media people want to just give Michkov a pass no matter what, he explains that the disagreement or whatever on the bench was about when to switch. Now, you and I talked about this off air.
Yeah.
About whether it was Barkey or not. I don't think that's necessarily the most important part of it.
It's a matter of fact, I used an ellipsis because I think that he misspoke when he said Barkey, because we actually went and looked at the lines, the way that they were going on and off the ice. And right before that, there was no switch with Barkey. So there was a switch. There were switches with Barkey later, but at the time of that argument, it wasn't about Barkey. It had to be another player. Okay. So I think Tocchet misspoke in reference to the player, but that was irrelevant, right? Okay.
Let's go to the next one.
But the thing that I wanted to address there is that I think everybody made a big deal out of that exchange that was caught on camera and made it about Tocchet and Michkov. The Michkov, when he was heated and demonstrative, was because he was speaking in Russian. When he was speaking in Russian, he was not speaking to Rick Tocchet. He was speaking to assistant coach Yogi Svechkovsky, who could speak Russian to him.
Yes.
Right? So that's who the initial back and forth is with. Tocchet comes in to try and calm him down a little bit. So I know that everybody wants to make it about Tocchet versus Michkov because that's the juicier story, right?
Sure.
But it really wasn't that. It really wasn't. And Tocchet did get involved in the conversation, but if you watch the second part of the conversation, once Tocchet starts talking to him, Michkov's a little bit more calm and less demonstrative because now he's speaking in English, and that's the difference.
All right, here's your next question.
Talked about, as he's sort of
Kevin Kerr's on the question here.
He's kept the right attitude off of the ice behind closed doors with you. Have you seen that continue? But at the same time, he's obviously getting frustrated at times too, I would think, when he's not scoring.
Yeah, any guys that want to score goals, they get frustrated, but you can't let it affect your overall game. You got to continue to go to the spots. Keep going to the middle. Keep getting to that slot area when we already have two guys down low. Like, don't go behind the net. Like, things like that, you just got to stay with it because he'll get those chances. He had some chances against the Rangers. He had half a breakaway. He had two half of breakaways. Now he's got to play a little faster and separate himself. That's what he comes down to. You can't get frustrated and just keep working.
When you mentioned this,
All right, so let's I guess dissect that one, Ant.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kevin's question. He answered Kevin's question differently than way it was asked, and I think that he probably could have given an easier answer there. I had suggested he could say something like, "Yeah, he's still working hard and improving little by little, and we're helping him get through his frustrations," and just left it at that.
Yeah.
But the fact that he went into some other stuff that Mishkov's going on there, like. Yeah, he's in a way honest to a fault.
Yeah,
we should complain about that, right? I mean, in all honesty,
because we usually get sick of coach speak and player speak.
Yeah. Right. So in that regard, you're getting more, right? Honesty, and he's honest about other players as well. Like nobody's talking about the fact that there was a conversation about Garnet Hathaway today, where he talked about why he's not in the lineup really, and was honest about that too. But I mean, that's not important. That's not as important because it's not Matvei Mishkov.
Correct. Right. All right. So now we get to a Jackie Spiegel question, and this is where it feels like Tocchet's demeanor today changed a wee bit.
Yes.
Switching with Barkey, is that we talked about? I think it was in Buffalo about his short shift. Is it in relation to that where
she's asking about the short shifts if it's hard to hear at home?
Well, he comes off if he's, we tell our players when you're tired, get off. So if he's tired after 20 seconds, get off. I don't know. What do you want me to say? People, he's getting enough shifts.
Hold on. I don't know why that just sat out.
Vladar and Dvorak.
Yeah, prayer.
I get you.
Maybe too short of a shift. Is it?
We tell our players when you're tired, get off. So if he's tired after 20 seconds, get off. I don't know. What do you want me to say? People, he's getting enough shifts. He's coming off short because sometimes he's tired. I don't know what the big deal of that is.
All right, so that was the next question. So I think that's actually where you start to delve into the brutal honesty there maybe isn't the right way to go, because now you're going to get yourself into a spot where there is important context there that, like maybe he's getting winded at 20 seconds. But then to me, like that actually opens up conditioning and maybe the coaching a little bit more the staff about the lack of ability to get him into shit. Like, I don't know.
My problem with his response there is it's hyperbolic a little bit. I mean, he's not coming off after 20 seconds, right? His average shift time is 45.
Okay.
Right. So, I mean, are there some shifts that he's on less than 45 seconds? Yes, but there's also some shifts he's on longer than 45 seconds. So the use of the 20-second things, I think that's a little hyperbolic. Okay. And yeah, maybe, but you get a little bit of the crux of that, and the importance of him putting that out there is, this is really where everybody's been complaining about his ice time. It's not about he's not being deployed. The only time that you can sit there and make an argument about his deployment is the overtime, which we've done on the show. We talked about that on the show. But in regulation, he's getting a regular 5-on-5 shift and a regular power play shift. He doesn't kill penalties. So but everything else in regulation, he's out there. He just cuts his shift short. And part of this harkens back to the first answer where he said, where he was talking about the switching. Sometimes when you say there's a right time and a wrong time to switch, sometimes you have to stay on the ice, even if you're a little tired, because it depends on where the puck is. You want to make sure your team's in a good spot. You don't want to make a bad change and allow for an odd man rush or whatever. Or if you make a change, even if the puck's deep in the offensive zone, now the forward who's replacing you is coming on for an extra 20 seconds. You're throwing off the lines, right? So you got to at least give it a little bit more. So I think that was what that was about.
All right, here's the last question.
And this is the one that blows it up.
This is rolling a grenade into the media room.
Yeah.
You're working with him today. It seems like he's willing to want to work on things, and he's a competitive guy. Have you just appreciated his sheer competitiveness?
That's we're 10 and there's 17 and 10. We got a good record. I've answered 6 Mitchkov questions. I mean, enough's enough, guys. I'm getting a little. I mean, we got Vladar having a great year. Drysdale playing really good 5-on-5 for us. Yorkie's doing a really good job. Like, we got a lot of other players playing good in the team game. So, I mean, this is the 5th question. I mean, I know you guys. I appreciate it, but you're trying to make something that's not. He's got to learn to play the game, and he's trying. And he's a lot better defensively. He's a lot better playing a team game, and that's how you win hockey. It's not about catering to one person. I hate to tell you guys. That's it.
So that's actually where I went, and I used a term on my show today that I don't use a lot.
Yeah.
That was condescending. And it was dismissive of the people in the room who cover the sport. Now, are all of the writers and the media people in that room at any given time, are they all as qualified, as good, as talented, whatever? No, I think that some people are better writers than others, all that lovely stuff. But the assertion that it is a media-driven narrative is nonsensical.
It's completely nonsensical.
And I'm going to point out something very simple, okay? And I'll unpack it real quick. Rick Tocchet knew exactly what he was getting into when he came here.
Yeah.
He's not in year 3. He's not in year 2. He's in year 1. He actively chose to leave Vancouver to come here. He knew that when he took over the helm of the head coach of this team, that the most high-end player, the player who projected to have the highest likelihood of having an elite skill set, is Matvei Michkov. He knew exactly what he was getting here. He knew exactly the kind of player he was getting. He knew exactly what he was not going to get from other players on this team. And he knew damn well that as a guy who's been not only a coach, but has also been on media panels working for Turner, he knew exactly what he's getting into here. And so it is disingenuous to act as though this is a media-driven narrative. The fans as a whole, and the media to some extent, are a conduit between the fans and the players and the coaches. The fans are upset, and the media to some extent is then trying to communicate the fans' ire maybe and try to get answers that the fans want, and that the player who is the one that you would say is most likely going to contribute at a high level to potentially, hopefully, being a Stanley Cup contending team down the road, that guy hasn't taken a step forward. He's taken at least a step or a step and a half backward. And so people are trying to get to the bottom of why. And that's all. And so there were no questions that were asked unfairly. There was nothing there that was even like, hey, Rick, I don't know if you noticed, but Matvei Michkov seemed to play a lot better under John Tortorella. Does that mean you're not as good of a coach as John Tortorella? Like, it wasn't asked like that. So, yeah, you're going to get asked questions about Michkov. Guess what? Torts did too. And if Tocchet decided to leave tomorrow and they replace him, that next coach would get the same questions about Matvei Michkov.
Yeah.
That is part of the job. That's part of the game. And by the way, I saw somebody surface it today. These are similar questions that he got last year about Elias Pettersson, why Pettersson's production dropped off. So this is part of the role. And Tocchet is a very media-savvy coach. He's a guy who's aware what is being said, what's being written about his team. So I get that there's going to be a frustration there. Maybe there's more that he wants to say that he knows he can't. Like, maybe there is something else.
You mean like about talking about Vladar's injury? Did you see that at the beginning where he said that?
Yeah.
Where he's like, I would wish I could tell you guys, but NHL rules.
Yeah. So maybe there's more that's going into this, and he can't say because he would burn the player. Oh my God, that's a Doug Glatt jersey. That woman has a Doug Glatt jersey, okay. A Halifax Highlanders from Goon.
Okay, you're distracted now.
Sorry.
That's all right.
That was amazing. But I don't know. You make sense of it because I took umbrage with some of these assertions.
So here's the thing, right? And I've been on this show and I've been on our Snow the Goalie radio show and everything, and I've said all along that this, the way they're handling Michkov is the way they have to handle Michkov this season. Right, they have to, just because it's the nature of it. And people who say that, oh, well, he said this about Pettersson, came into camp out of shape last year. That's brutal honesty, guys, because let me tell you something. There have been so many players in the history of this sport who have come into camp out of shape, and coaches have not said it. And you can go back through many seasons, and you look at guys say, well, they had a down year that year. I wonder why they had a down year, even though they played the full season. It was they were out of shape coming into camp and couldn't catch up, right? It's a big deal. So the Flyers are trying to handle this as best they can, all right? So you're not going to get me to criticize how they're doing it. The criticism I have of Tocchet is not recognizing the flashpoint that Matvei Michkov is, conversation about Matvei Michkov is. And the comparison that I made in my story today is I said that Michkov matters more to this fan base than any other player on this team. And I compared it to Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers. I said, right? If the Japanese media is there at every Dodgers game, are they there because the people in Japan love the Dodgers? Or are they there because they love Ohtani and then maybe to a lesser extent Yamamoto and Sasaki, right? Those guys. It's all about the player. If it wasn't all about the player, we would talk about Britton Covey as much as we talk about Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
Right? I mean, so it's about the player. And so in that regard, there's nothing wrong with these questions. Now, if there was like you said, if it was a gotcha question, push back against it. I have zero problem with a pushback against a gotcha question. I have zero question with pushback against a question that's unprofessional. All right? I have zero problem with that at any time by any coach in any profession or even a player. Right? I have zero problem with it. But those questions were relatively innocuous in the sense that they're trying to just glean some context about what is being said or what happened on Saturday, and he got frustrated by it and shouldn't have. And that's where I think Rick Tocchet was wrong. And not about what he said about Mishkov, but how he's dealing with the questions about Mishkov. That's where I think he's wrong. Well,
so I saw this one over here. This was a while ago, but I started. So Jeff Rose asks, what the hell's wrong with the media in the city? Michkov. When Tippett and TK aren't doing their jobs, no one asks about them. Can I just point out really quick? It's because nobody gives about Owen Tippett or about how, if Owen Tippett, like, no one cares. You know why? Because when all the chips are down and when this team eventually is hopefully ready to contend for a cup, Owen Tippett ain't going to be one of like the 5 or 6 most important players on this team. That's why. Now, I do think I will say, though, I do think that the media, to some extent, has gone a little bit soft on the Konechny criticism this year. Some have. Not everyone, but some have. And I think that I don't know exactly why.
I will tell you, Travis Konechny drives the coaching staff crazy. He drove the previous coaching staff crazy. He drove the coaching staff before that crazy. But because he's productive and plays and does a lot of things that don't count on the score sheet but are done well in a hockey game, they kind of give you a little bit more rope to make mistakes, right? Because all the other things are done well. This is the equity. This is what AV used to call, money in the bank, right? Like that's what it is. So you those guys get that where a 21-year-old player doesn't, and you're going to find that in every sport. In every sport, you're going to find that. It doesn't matter. It's not just the Flyers. It's every team in the NHL. It's in the NBA. It's in the NFL. It's in Major League Baseball. I'm sure it's in soccer. I don't follow soccer. You probably would know better than I do.
I do follow soccer, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's the same way in there. Where young players screws up. They're coming off the bench and playing like the last 15 minutes of the game and not the whole 90, right?
And then sometimes you get a team that takes a flyer on you that's a legitimate premier club, and something goes sideways and you find yourself in like the 2nd division of France and you have to work your way out of that. That's a hell of a lot harder to work out of there than it is to work yourself out of the Chateau Bow Wow.
This happens everywhere, right? This happens everywhere. But yes, Rick Tocchet needs to be more cognizant. And like you said, he's media savvy. And so it surprised me that he got a little persnickety about that today.
That's why he doesn't get away with it with me, though. So like if he were just some Joe Schmo coach, or if he were a guy that had no experience at the NHL level, or he didn't have media training, I'd say, all right, he's just like your typical hockey coach. But Tocchet's different than that. Like that's not the case. And he's done this a few times this year, and I'm trying to understand why. Like that I think ultimately is kind of you're certainly not fooling me. I don't think that he's fooling anybody in that room, and I don't think that you're fooling the fans or the people who are consuming the content.
No, but I will say this. I mean, we do have to remember, and I think this kind of does get lost sometimes, that he's been a coach here for 34 games.
Yeah.
It's not that long of a time. Those of us who are here dealing with it on a daily basis, like yes, it seems like it's a lot longer than that, right? It seems like, well, you should have it figured out by now. Why haven't you? But I mean, in essence, he is trying to, work his way through, what you have with this team and who can do what within the system, who can't do what, who you're going to allow to, give a little bit more freedom to, who you're not. Those things are still. It may take the whole first season to figure out some of those things, right? It really might. And that's just, again, the nature of being a coach for the first time with a new team. That said, I still question whether he answered those things the right way today. Like I don't
think he did.
I felt like, and again, I don't think I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it, because I think that it wasn't as bad as everybody wants to make it out to be, because I want to say this, there's about 18 people on Twitter who all yell and scream the same thing every day. I firmly believe that they really aren't Flyers fans, that all they want to do is make life miserable for Flyers fans. And so those people will always come out, and they have some followers, and they'll platform themselves and make this big thing and connect everything, and everybody gets caught up in it, right? I don't think today was as big a deal as everybody wants to make it out to be, but I do think it was a misstep by the coach.
It's an unforced error. And you know me, I hate unforced errors.
Yeah,
it's just
a misstep. That's all.
It's one of those things that, like, listen, how do I say this in a nice way? He has a point. The team is 17, 10, and 7. That's also 500.
Okay.
I don't care about your points percentage. That means you're a 500 team, and
yes, but if
low expectations, you're free of rebuild, all that.
Guess what? You win the game tonight, they're in second place in the division. I'm just saying.
I will just point out, though, that in the midst of that 17 wins, only 10 have come in regulation, which is the second fewest in the division. The only team to have fewer than 10 regulation wins, right, is Columbus with 7. So let's also not make it seem like this is a juggernaut team that's been putting teams away in regulation. They have a ton of comeback wins. So you say, hey, you're showing a lot of moxie. You never give up. What does Bundy keep saying? That is not a sustainable formula. You cannot fall behind as often as this team does. I will also point out, Dan Vladar has played so many levels above expectation, and Sam Ersson has stunk largely this season. If either of those guys come back down to earth, if Vladar comes back down to earth, they're 3-3-4 in their last 10 games. Also, let's not get it twisted. Let's not act like they're on some incredible run.
No.
They've played some tough teams, but you're 3-3-4 in your last 10.
I mean, I would
it's
say
not the time to play cute with the media is my point.
Yeah, when you look at the 3-3-4, like I went back and looked at these games, and I sit there and say, you should not have lost to Buffalo. That was a bad loss. Losing the extra point in New York is not great, but I also put that one more on the goaltender than I do on the team. I thought the team played a better game against the Rangers than they did against Buffalo, and probably deserved the 2 points and didn't get it. But other than that, like I look at it and say, let's just say you win the Buffalo game and you win the Rangers game, right? And instead of 3-3-4, you're 5-2-3. What's everybody saying about the last 10 games? Right? Be pretty good. You're pretty good if you're 5-2-3, right? Yeah. I mean, pretty good. So you get points in 8 of 10. So like I look at that and say, yeah, the last 2 games. So we're getting a little bit too caught up in the moment, a little bit in a long regular season. That said, they can't let it extend, right? They can't let this keep going. They got to, like, tonight is a great example of an opportunity to beat it down. I know the Canucks have won 4 straight, right? They're feeling a little bit better about themselves. They kind of a wake up call after the Quinn Hughes trade. I get it, but it's the end of a long road trip for them, right?
Yep.
They're looking at going off into the holiday break. They get an extra day that the Flyers don't get, right? Because they're done. This is their last game before the holiday break. I get a sense that this is a real opportunity for the Flyers to jump out on a team and take advantage of a team, who feels like they've already had the successful road trip. And so it's an important game for them tonight. If they come out and play a bad game tonight, then I think you can start asking some questions. I really do.
I think it's fair.
All right? I think tonight is an important game for the Flyers.
Well, and I think, just add to that what we've already kind of talked about. Like, the Christmas break is nearly here, and you're talking about a team that isn't going to play again in their home barn until January 6th, and it's a long way away.
Yeah.
All right. So we have about 9.5 minutes, I think, until they're going to turn things over. Lauren Hart apparently is going to be singing up here at some point, not during the anthem.
Yeah.
But,
there's the man.
Wow, look at that stud muffin.
I love that sweater.
What soft light through yonder window breaks it as the east and Bundy is the sun.
I'm a thorn between 2 roses tonight.
Absolutely. You got your Christmas sweats? Kind of like one.
It's not really Christmas.
I said to Russ before we went on the air that because I have to go downstairs, like I didn't want to wear a goofy Christmas sweater. I thought about bringing it and then changing, but I'm like, I really want to do all that. So I didn't do it.
Sad.
Yeah, it's all right.
Sad.
He's got to believe in himself a little bit more, Bundy.
Yeah.
He thinks people are going to give him a weird look for the sweater.
Yeah, but my sweater's got a reindeer pooping out the back. Like I don't.
Oh, that's weird. Get a normal.
Oh yeah.
Get a normal one. You weirdo.
I don't want to do that in the locker room.
You're telling me Maria was okay with you having a poop?
She bought it.
She bought you the poop.
The sweater.
The poop sweater?
Yes.
All right, Maria. I see you.
Yeah.
All right, Bundy. We're having a conversation here about Talk's availability this morning. He's taking exception to the Michkov questions. He got a bunch of them, and he wasn't thrilled about it. Just a cursory opinion on your side of things. When you hear a coach get, I guess, frustrated with the line of questioning or that there are so many questions around a specific player, one, do you think it's fair that he gets frustrated? And two, I mean, isn't it what he should kind of expect to get questions about the player that people are most focused in on this season?
I was just going to say, there's nobody that Flyers fans care more about what he's doing on the ice, off the ice, in between the ice, doing everything than Matvei Michkov. And when there becomes a little bit of a, I don't want to call it heated, a hot discussion on the bench, which would not be the first time in any pro sports league that somebody's had a discussion that was animated with their head coach. And that sometimes is a good thing because you're trying to get better. They're trying to do the right thing. But in terms of, his availability today, I think people want answers and just to find out what's going on. And I don't think it's always the best thing to just deflect away from it. But at the same time, I understand that, if he's getting questions every single day about one player, he's not the only guy on the team. And I can understand Rick's frustration with that also.
Yeah, I mean, Bundy's 100% right. He just echoed what I've already said. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to belabor it. Like I said, this isn't the end of the world. There will be, the media is not going to be deterred by this. There will be additional Matvei Michkov questions in the future, right? It's going to be there. So that's all. I mean, it is the most important topic this season for this team. Yeah, right? I mean, it is.
And it's because he theoretically is the only player on the team right now. And I know that there are some differing opinions on the panel, but when you look at which player maybe has the ability to be a superstar or have an elite skill set, the Flyers drafted Michkov because they thought he had that. And I don't think there's another player on this team that has a quote-unquote potential elite skill set. And that's why the fans are going to be worked up the way they are. I don't think that they're wrong in this case, and we'll see over the course of the season. I mean, he's going to keep getting asked. Until Michkov starts producing again, which, God willing, will happen this year. If Michkov is at this pace all year and has the kind of warts on his game that he has so far this year, well, the questions are going to get louder as the season goes on, and they're going to get louder into the offseason. So you just kind of hope that at some point it levels out. Oh, Gritty's coming out of the ceiling.
No, right behind us. Yeah, if you're watching on TV, you probably just saw our backs. Anyway, one thing I did want to bring up with you guys, because we didn't have a chance to talk about him yet, is the fine performance in his first NHL game by Denver Barkey.
Yeah, he was actually one of, I'm going to do keys if you guys want them.
Heck yeah.
But he was outstanding, and if you actually want me to do the keys to the game, I'll do them right now.
Go right ahead. I mean, I thought, I said this, I was talking to Chris Pronger today. Chris Pronger's in the building because Amazon's got the game. And I was talking to Pronger, and I said to him, you tell me if I'm wrong. I said it was one of the more impressive debut games by a player that I've seen in a long time. And he agreed. Pronger agreed with me that it really, really was that impressive.
And so I have Denver Barkey. He's key number 3 for me, but I'll read him first. The rookie made a splash in his first NHL game, recording 2 assists and being relatively efficient in all 3 zones. He's a guy who can energize the lineup with his effort and instinct. A smaller stature player who plays with huge heart and a ton of confidence will look to keep the pedal to the metal in his second NHL game at home in front of the Flyers fans. That's number 3. They'll go to the other 2 here are don't take the opponent lightly. Vancouver has won 4 games since the Quinn Hughes trade. They have given up just 6 goals in 4 road games, with 4 of those goals coming against Boston on Saturday night. The Flyers cannot take this team lightly, as they are playing far better than they were the first 7 weeks of the season. Number 2 on my list, power play. Although the Flyers' power play went 2 for 5 against the Rangers, it really fell off the cliff in overtime. The Flyers need more player and puck movement in the offensive zone. During the OT power plays, the Flyers had possession but were relegated to moving the puck around the perimeter and making for easy kills by the Rangers.
Yeah, it was interesting. I saw a little bit of the skate this morning. They were working on some power play stuff. They moved Barkey into that bumper spot with Michkov on the wall, half wall. I'm going to be curious to see how that works if they get an opportunity to use that tonight. I still think that's the second unit. I don't think that's their first unit because it was 2 defensemen at the top. which was Sanheim, and I believe it was York, I think, on the other side. And then it was definitely Mishkov, Barkey, and Owen Tippett was the group. So I think that's the second unit. But I'd like to see how that looks with them out there tonight.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I guess we can get into predictions.
Yes.
Who's in net tonight?
Dan Vladar.
Vladar is in net.
Yeah.
So
Thatcher
he's back
Demko for Vancouver.
Thatcher Demko for the Canucks.
Demko is one of the names that came up in the offseason as a potential trade target for these Philadelphia Flyers
Yeah.
as well. All right. I'll go first.
Good.
I'm a little bit worried about this one.
Okay.
I am. I want to imagine that the Flyers are going to have a real nice night here. It's right before Christmas, right before Kwanzaa, right before the New Year. Hanukkah's over. I want to think that there's like a nice little building of momentum happening. And yet, I'm fearful. What are you squinting at?
No,
What?
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm fearful about this post-Quinn Hughes trade Vancouver Canucks team. And yet, I am going to go with the Flyers tonight. I'm going to take the Flyers to win, but I think it's going to be an ugly game. I think it's going to be like a 4-3 game. I think you're going to get some weird wide-open moments. I want to go 5-3, but I'm going to play conservative, 4-3.
Okay. Bundy.
Go ahead, Ant.
All right. I'm going Flyers. I think that Vancouver, like you said, they've won 4 in a row, but this is the end of a 5-game road trip for them. It's already been a successful road trip for them. They're going on to their Christmas break immediately after this game. So I think this is one of those ones where it's like, yeah, we just want to get to the 4 days off before for the holiday. And I think that the Flyers recognize how important this game is for them after choking a point away in New York and losing the game in Buffalo. I like the Flyers tonight 4-2.
That's a tough one. Vancouver has played some good games in Philadelphia over the last decade. They won 3-0 here last year. They've won 4 in a row, including a 5-4 overtime victory over Boston the other night. Flyers have been reeling lately. I know the importance of the game for both teams. Vancouver feels like they're getting closer to the playoff picture again, and the Flyers are in the playoffs. They need the 2 points for that. But I'm going to go with the road team here tonight.
Wow.
I'm going to go with Vancouver 3-2 in a low-scoring, low-event game here tonight.
Let's bring on other than our favorite elf, intern Andrew.
Who will have a poem tonight, right?
Yep,
First
I have it
intermission?
ready.
Awesome.
I agree with Bundy, low scoring, but I'm going to go 3-2 Flyers. But
So-
Demko's been fantastic since he came back from injury.
Yeah.
So 3 of us have the Flyers, only Bundy. Bundy is the only dissenter among us. Will this be Bundy's opportunity to get himself?
Well,
I was close to taking the Flyers. I'm just
calling the stocking for the Flyers fans, huh?
yeah.
You hate
Yeah.
to see it. Come on, Bundy.
That's,
We could have gone.
I love the
4 for
honesty.
4.
I love it. I mean, that's what we're all about on this show, right? So.
All right, we will be back during the first intermission, second intermission, and post game. Do us a favor if you haven't done so already. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We will be back. Intern Andrew's got a poem. We've got trivia time. We've got the stat of the night. And we may have some additional hilarity along the way on this final game of the calendar year 2025.
At some point, we got to talk about Christmas cards.
We do. There's a heated conversation to have about Christmas cards.
Yes.
All right. Until then, we'll talk to each and every one of you in the first intermission here on the Press Row Show. Press Row Show, the number one rated pregame intermission postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, and west of the Malloy Hole.
Have you ever heard of the Malloy Hole?
No, I haven't.
The Malloy Hole is the deepest part of the Arctic Sea.
Wow.
And I think we're west of it. I mean, if you think about it, you are somehow west or east or north or south of anywhere in the world.
Yes.
It just depends on how you look at it.
Depends on your perspective.
Right.
And I'll give you some perspective. The Flyers nearly tripled up shot attempts in that period. 14 shots on goal for your team, your town, your Philadelphia Flyers. Only 5 for the Vancouver Canucks.
Didn't feel like that, though.
No.
For some reason, it didn't feel like they swarmed them with 14 shots. They had a power play. They've taken some perimeter shots. It's a good first period by the Flyers, though. They had the better of the play for sure.
Yeah, they did. I thought Demko made some nice saves for Vancouver. There was that great shift by the Couturier line.
Yeah, with Tippett and Barkey.
Yeah, Tippett and Barkey. They had a couple of really good chances there. Also, the power play when it was Mishkov and Barkey out there. They had a couple of shots there. I thought that they looked good. I thought the penalty kill looked really good.
Yes, really good. Yeah,
right. Really solid by the penalty kill. 1.5 penalties that they've killed off so far. But yeah, nobody's been able to break through. I don't necessarily think it was a boring period. I know a lot of people are saying it was boring and blah, but I don't think it was that. It was just there wasn't a lot that happened goal. Obviously chances and opportunities. But I thought that there were little things that you watch and you're looking at and you're watching how certain guys play, and there were a couple of nice plays. Like I thought there was a shift where Konechny made a couple of nice plays. He had that no-look backhand pass from behind the net.
Yep.
That was a good one.
Boy, if that play goes sideways, though, you're having a different conversation.
Well,
but yeah.
Of course, because you want to criticize it, but that's beside the point.
If Mishkov attempts that pass and it goes the other way,
I thought Mishkov made a couple of nice passes that were similar, in all honesty. I thought Barkey made a nice no-look behind between the legs pass in his own zone to create a breakout. There were a few. Like little things that you look for in the period. I thought that they were all there.
Yeah, it was a good period by the Flyers. They did a lot of tactical things very right. Systems-wise, they were perfect. And I thought the way they defended and kept a lot of Vancouver to the perimeter, they did an outstanding job both on the penalty kill and 5-on-5 of doing so. Vancouver had nothing in the middle of the ice.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And look, that's how the Flyers have to play, right?
They do.
They just have to. There's nothing wrong with that. But
not that there's anything wrong with that. Hey, Bundy, Denver Barkey, your thoughts on his play so far? Obviously, he's not a guy that they probably plan on calling up right away, but there was an injury to Bump, so Barkey got the call sooner. He's not a big guy, but plays a pretty interesting game. Your thoughts?
Gets around the puck, gets to the front of the net. He plays a fearless brand of hockey. Like, he was a couple of guys cross-checking him in front there towards the end of the first period. Didn't seem to bother him at all. I think the more traffic that there is, I think the more that he will excel. That's at least what I've seen. But I've seen a guy that, is not afraid to play. He's just going out and playing hockey and doing a good job of doing it.
Yeah, the interesting thing with him, I got to talk to him a little bit this morning as well. When you come from where he came from, which is what I mean by that, the London Knights, right? You play for the Hunters. You kind of get a sense of what it's going to be like when you get to this level.
Right.
They are really, really good at instructional hockey in that way with that team. Of course, London goes far. He was the captain of that team, so he's got a little bit of moxie. Scored 2 goals in the Memorial Cup winning game for the Knights. So he's got a little bit of that already within him.
He just got a little Mike Richards in him, where he's kind of like guys wins at every level he's been at.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had success everywhere he's
just
been.
Knows how to play at that
clearly
level.
He's been flamed for being small and smaller stature, and that's why he doesn't get the notoriety that he probably should get.
That's why he got picked in next to last pick of the 3rd round.
I'm so surprised though that he never played on a World Junior team. Yeah. That's unbelievable, really. Even for smaller guy, I would have thought he would have had a chance to play on that.
Yeah. So, but hey, really, it's going to be nice to see. I think he sticks for a little bit here, and if he keeps playing like he played in the first game, it's going to be hard to send him back down.
Correct. And that is what people have been hoping for, right?
Yeah.
I think anytime you have the ability to have a little bit of an infusion of one of the younger guys from the Phantoms when they get to come up here and they look like they belong here. Or they don't look overwhelmed by the moment, and they don't look like they're overthinking everything. That's when you start to get excited. That's when you start to feel like, all right, things are a little bit closer. Maybe some of these guys are closer to being maybe not every night players, but pretty close to it. And that's where you get excited. I'll tell you, though, one person who's always on their game, one person who's always ready no matter what, no matter the game, no matter the opponent, is intern Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, here from the North Pole, intern Andrew is here with, well, he's got the stat of the night, and I believe he's also got a little poem in him.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fired up tonight because, by the way, best crowd of the year by far.
Yeah,
biggest
game. There's not an empty seat here tonight.
It's overpacked up here. Like this level's insane up here tonight. So it's great. It's awesome. So I hope that he's ready to go.
Absolutely.
What do you want to do first, your stat of the night or your poem?
Probably the stat, I guess.
Yeah, let's do the stat first.
All right, so the Flyers coming off of that loss to the Rangers, but as you mentioned, Denver Barkey, 2 points in his NHL debut. He's the first Flyer to do that in their NHL debut, having multiple points since March of 2022. Flyers legend Hayden Hodgson did it.
Yep.
Wow. He had a goal and assist. And then for Vancouver,
I believe he's the 13th Flyer ever to have 2 points, at least 2 points.
Yes, and there's only 2 that have 3 or more.
Yeah.
Justin Williams and Al Hill. I think
Al Hill. Al Hill had 5.
Yes.
That's a record,
That's
NHL record.
tied for the NHL record, yeah.
Tied, or does he still have the lead?
It's tied. Somebody else had 5 as well. I forget who it was, yeah.
And then for Vancouver, speaking of rookies, their rookie, Linus Karlsson, he's coming off of a 3-point night, that game the other day on Saturday against Boston. If he's somehow able to replicate that, he'll become the 3rd rookie in Canucks history to have 3 or more points in consecutive games.
Wow.
Other 2, Peter Schaefer and the other name just went out of my head.
It's okay.
That's okay.
It was 1978. The guy that he played for the Maple Leafs.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Sorry, he's ready to do the poem. Sorry.
Andrew.
Still looking.
Builder Lego. There it is.
Who?
Builder Lego.
No.
Builder's Lego.
Yes.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that
name
intern
up.
wasn't ready to give up on that. He was going to make sure that we got the name and the full stat.
I usually have it memorized so that I don't have to be looking at my phone while I'm saying it, but the name just escaped me.
That's all right.
Memorizing lines, being able to sing, it runs in the family. Deirdre.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That's true, yeah.
Yes, it does.
Just good at it.
All right. Well, you know what? It's become a tradition now. This is the 3rd year.
Like he's taking a swig of it.
Yeah, no, well, just because I'll set it up in this way. Because you remember, if you go back 2 years when he did this the first time, we were not expecting it.
No, we didn't know him very well.
We were not expecting the brilliance of his poem, his poetry. For the Snow the Goalie poetry that first year was sensational.
Incredible.
And then he did another nice job last year.
Although I think he would admit that in year 2, he had like a Michkov kind of situation.
I did, yeah.
High expectations.
Which is why I'm announcing my retirement after this.
You're not retiring.
Yes, I am.
We don't even know how the 3rd one went.
I said the other day, I'll go balls to the wall writing this one, and then I'm going out on top like Peyton Manning.
Peyton didn't exactly have a great last year, though.
No, but he won the
Super Bowl. But
I mean, the defense had to carry him across the finish line, but
okay,
they all count.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I guess we'll leave you to your own devices. We'll get off the screen and we'll.
You want to do this layout?
No, because that'll cut our face. Well, it'll cut Bundy's face off,
Oh,
and that wouldn't be very nice.
All right.
I don't care.
No, we could do. Hold on. We could do no, not that one. About that one.
Do you want to put me on Ant's computer again? Like the beginning of the year?
No, we're not doing that. Hold on. Let's see. Can we do this one? Nope. How about this one? Nope. How about
Just put it back to
here?
him.
I could do this. Hold on. You ready?
Yeah.
Nope. Never mind. Too much work.
All right.
Nope. Not doing it. Hold on. I have to discard changes. All right. Here we go. Nope.
There you go.
Anthony, come on.
You guys ready?
We're ready for.
Should we make him full screen?
Yes.
This is his moment.
Yes.
All right.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Okay. 'Twas 3 nights before Christmas as the Flyers take on Vancouver. Coming up with a rhyme for that will require quite the linguistic maneuver. 1 for 1. The Flyers desperately need 2 points on this December night, and our 102nd Press Row show together. How's that for a Saturday night?
Oh, very nice.
Hopefully this is a better result than last Sunday against the Canes. Myself, Ant, and Bundy were here. Russ was home watching Roman Reigns.
He wasn't on the show.
I couldn't think of a rhyme for Cena. After this, I'm officially announcing I'm Christmas Poem retired. A huge weight lifted off of my shoulders, like when James Franklin got fired. The first year of a new regime, and we know Tocchet will never betray us. It's actually pleasant being in this building when the coach doesn't actually hate us.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
And by the way, some of you in the comments, I think, just need to chill. Just because Ant thinks Tocchet's doing a good job doesn't make him a shill.
Nice.
Of course, Ant is not a shill. I'd call him out if he was. It's purely coincidental. He agrees with everything Briere does.
Nice.
Now, Santa has been very busy, so just in case he missed, I've comprised a couple wishes on my Flyers Christmas list. Luchenko and Martone have good World Juniors to erase some of the doubt, and for this Flyers power play unit to finally figure it out. An 80-point season for Trevor Zegras and Travis Konechny to match. And how about we keep Nick Delorier a permanent healthy scratch?
Oh.
For Oliver Bonk to be a stud and become the next Zdeno Chara, and for Bundy to finally realize Jeter was not better than Garcia Parra.
Oh, no.
For Tippett to score a bit more consistently, for Michkov to actually train, for Tyson Forster a brand new arm, and for Tony Louis a brain. That was mean, Tony. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's so good.
I couldn't help it, though.
It's so good. So good.
With this upcoming new year, there's one thing I surely dread. How cold it's going to feel outside when Bundy shaves my head. So let's hope the Flyers pull this out. Everyone send out a prayer. And we'll be here for postgame to explain.
What happened there?
Another year of having fun as we continue to cover the Flyers. And now from Christmas poetry, the intern finally retires. So I leave you, Philadelphia, with this one final phrase. Merry Christmas to all, except for Cutter, Torts, and Kevin Hayes.
Great job, Andrew.
Thank you.
6 taps.
Well done, buddy. Well done.
Well done. Oh, I can't wait for Amadeo to clip that one up.
That's wonderful.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great job, intern.
Thank you.
Way to go. Way to go.
I think that passed year 2.
All right,
Yes.
Tony did like that. I was worried that he was going to be mad at me.
Nah, he's
you
good.
cannot
Tony
retire
Louis,
after that.
Tony Louis is a good dude.
He can't retire after that.
He's a nut job, but he's a good dude.
That was
Andrew
great.
can't retire after that.
No, we'll see.
He's not allowed.
We'll talk. Let's see what the schedule looks like next December, and we'll have a conversation.
I just think the bit's kind of done.
You think the bit is done?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I bet you if we put a poll out,
I can put a poll.
that people would disagree with you on that.
I'm going to put a poll right now on the Snow the Goalie YouTube channel. If you're not there yet, get over there. ASAP Rocky. And we're going to ask the question, should intern Andrew retire the Christmas poem?
Oh, look at that. Look. Aunt Maureen just sent a super chat.
She's a nice lady.
What a great gal.
Oh, Aunt Maureen.
That's
Thank you.
unbelievable. We get 49 cents each.
Oh,
All right, here, I'm putting the poll up right now.
yes.
People have to vote. I think intern Andrew is, it's like a little bit of a cry for help, in a sense, a cry for validation. He gets it. We love the poem.
I
Yeah.
love your outfit too. Yeah, I bought that hat for you. I'll never forget that.
You bought the costume, too.
I did. Yeah, I remember.
I gave you the receipt.
Yeah, you gave me right to pay for that. Yeah, you're right. I did.
Well,
pay
you
for
said
that.
you were going to.
I did, and I paid for it. Yeah, I did. I
That's
never
true.
even got the money back for it.
Man
either
of
from
your
Snow
word.
the Goalie.
Man of your word.
I wore an ugly Christmas sweater with you tonight, so just so you weren't left hanging.
Thank you.
That's good.
All right, so far, we're very early in this, Andrew, but 92% say no. 93% say no, you should not retire. I put that poll up. It hit 30 votes almost instantaneously. That's how much people want you to know it's a terrible idea to retire it. We'll leave that up.
Yeah, we'll leave that
Leave
up
it up
for a
for
bit.
a
Yeah.
All right, good job, intern. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Great job, Andrew.
Yes.
All right, so there's another thing that Anthony wanted to get to, Bundy, before we get into the rest of the game, I guess. Christmas cards. Ant, do you want to take it away?
Look, another super chat from
From his mom.
From his mom.
Better wait, Mom.
Yes, Deirdre with the super chat. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. He's awesome. We love him. He's a gift.
Anthony, you want to take over this Christmas card?
So
thing?
Bundy, did you get your Joy family Christmas card?
No,
It was sent.
Yeah,
I don't have it.
I got mine today, and that's great.
Did you check your mailbox today, Bundy?
Yeah, it's a great job. It's a great.
I haven't checked the mail in 2 weeks.
It's
Yeah.
a great card, right? And so here's the thing, and I want to know if I'm a bad guy, right? So the Joy family card is beautiful. It's wonderful. I get
Designed by St. Nancy.
I get Christmas cards from 30 families every year. They send them in the mail. Same people every year send me the Christmas cards. Maria puts them up, whether it's on the fridge or on the counter or whatever. I have never once sent a Christmas card.
Really?
Am I a bad person? Am I a bad person for not sending Christmas cards?
No, I don't think so. Not at all.
I just don't do it. Like, I want everybody to have a great holiday, and I'll say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. But I just don't find the time to go out and make a Christmas card and have it sent out to a bazillion people.
Yeah.
You see this?
Yeah.
Chris Fried said Ant is the Grinch. Didn't I say that to you earlier on the phone?
You did. Yeah.
I said you're the Grinch.
Yeah. Andrew, am I a bad guy?
I never understood the point of them.
Of Christmas cards?
Yeah.
To wish well to those who mean something
See,
in your
I-
life.
You know what?
text
I
me.
could pick up the phone and call.
Yeah, I can say Merry Christmas to everybody or Happy Holidays.
I
or
mean, I
whatever.
appreciate you sending them.
Yes,
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with receiving them, but
although-
I don't have to send you pictures of my children.
No,
I don't
here's
think.
what.
You
Let
have
me,
children?
can I go
No.
over? Can I go
Not
over?
now.
And so far, I'm not a bad guy, but which makes me feel good. But now I'm going to be a bad guy
Oh boy.
because there's a little part of me that thinks people send Christmas cards. They don't just send the cards, right? It's always photos of themselves,
Right.
and their kids and family and dogs and everything else.
Okay.
And I think it's a little self-serving.
Why?
Eh.
Well, did you notice what's
Are
on-
you wishing me
Did-
Merry
did-
Christmas,
did
or,
you
do you
notice-
want, or do you want me to know that? Oh, look at us, we're a wonderful family.
Did you know that on the back of the Christmas card, there's a whole thing that has nothing to do with us?
Yes, I saw it.
About the birth of the baby Jesus.
Yes, I did. I saw it. It was very nice.
So is that self-serving?
No,
Anthony?
that one's a little bit different.
That's right.
Yeah, but I think that some of them are.
Well, some of them definitely are. Like
Right.
when you get one where it's like, here we are, at, in Turks and Caicos, or like, here we are in this villa in some remote island off of the coast of Greece.
I have one person. Oh, we got the games back on.
Oh, we'll continue the Christmas card discourse.
Wow, that was fast.
That was fast.
All right, we'll talk to all of you in the second intermission. Like the video, share the video, subscribe. Shore Show, the number one rated pregame intermission best game show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, and west of the Malloy Hole, the deepest point of the Arctic Sea. The Flyers have a 1-0 lead.
They do.
And what initially looked like a Grunstrom goal ends up being credited to none other than
Nikita Grabenkin.
The fourth line is a buzzing a little bit tonight. Anthony, tell the people what you said to me about this fourth line tonight.
It's certainly the best fourth line they've iced this year. As far as fourth lines go, it's just the most competent fourth line that they have.
There's some skill there.
A little bit.
There's some grit.
Yeah, no,
It's a bunch of dudes trying to fight for their NHL jobs. I like it. I dig it.
Two of the three, well, actually all three have played on the fourth line at some point this year. So it's not like they haven't been there, but it's the first time the three have been together.
Yeah.
So they've had different machinations in that spot. But this is the first time those three have played together, and I think it's the best fourth line they've had.
Yeah, it's a good fourth line because it brings some work, some energy, some net front presence. They've done a good job, and it is. I mean, you had a lot more skill than you usually have on your fourth line. So I like the makeup of it, and I like the fact that they're the only line that's got a goal in this hockey game at all tonight.
Yeah, no, it was the period. The second period was a lot like the first, right?
Yeah,
but it just.
Good point here by Landros too, is saying depends what your fourth line, what you need out of your fourth line too. That's what I was saying. Like if there's a tough guy or a couple tough guys on the other team, it's always good to have a guy like Delorier in the lineup for that to neutralize and offset that. But this line, as it's comprised tonight, is a much different looking, better looking line in terms of it. It looks like it could be a third line.
Yeah, like I mean, it could be. Yeah, it's not quite a third line, but it could fill in as a third line, right? Yeah, like that kind of thing. Yeah, for sure.
Does that give credence to the people in the hockey community who are very much of the belief that the fourth line doesn't need to be the mucker grinder kind of thing, that it could be a line that does have a little bit more skill to it than like the.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit.
I'm asking.
Like,
I'm not saying that's true.
This is not a skill line by any stretch of imagination. It has more skill than what they've had out there. But if you're, comparing.
I'm not saying that it's a skill line. I'm just saying comparatively.
Yeah.
To like
it's a fourth line.
Garnet Hathaway.
It's a fourth
Nick
line
Delorier.
that can occasionally get you a goal.
Okay.
Right. That's what it is. Yeah. It does not. The credence that you're looking for is just call up three guys from the minors who are prospects and play them on the fourth line. That's not how you put a fourth line together.
Okay.
But what you got out there tonight is better than what they've had so far. Yes.
We're getting close to a concert, I think, up here.
Yeah.
There's like a small crew over here. They are up here not because Lauren Hart's up here with a guitar. They're here for intern Andrew. They think he's going to be doing karaoke.
They're taking away our snow the viewership viewers though, like where they can stand and watch us.
Yeah, I know.
That's right. We should file an appeal.
Lauren's got a guitar with her. It looks like something I would have brought out on Halloween with me. It's like a small little guitar. It doesn't look like your traditional guitar. Yeah,
it is.
I think is that
a ukulele?
Is that an electric guitar that's meant to look like wood because it's very skinny?
No, it's one of those acoustics that you plug in.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's like one of those guitars
which makes
you smack someone over the head with in WWE.
It's an acoustic
Russ.
guitar, but it's got an outlet at the bottom so that you can play it through speakers.
So it can use an amp?
Yeah. Anyway, she's singing now.
I was just on the Jumbotron.
Yes, you
really?
Yeah, the back of me, yeah.
Yeah. Intern, go.
That's 3 seconds of your 15 minutes.
Okay, intern. If somebody committed to a $50 super chat and we sent the $50 to you right now, would you go stand behind her?
No.
How much would somebody have to commit to a super chat for you to go stand behind her?
To act like you're mad at us?
$8,000.
Throw down your head. Act like you're mad. Throw down your headset and just go storm on off that direction.
Or act like you're trying to go to your bag to go pick up a water bottle, and you're just like meandering, like because Bundy the Elf would meander, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would meander.
So
there's my backpack on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
They should. You know what? Let's do this. Let's see if they. See if they do. See if they zoom in
This
on
woman
us.
just took a picture of us.
That's what you should do.
She has no idea who we are.
No, that's okay.
Guaranteed, she has no idea.
That's
who we
okay.
are.
Because Anthony didn't bring the banner tonight.
Push her out of the way and
it's in,
sing.
whose car is it in, the banner?
It's in mine. Who was the one who had the opportunity? I said at Snow the Goalie Radio last Tuesday at Chickies and Pete's in Drexel Hill, I said, Anthony, I don't know, because I was going to miss something. And I was like, Anthony, why don't you take the poster just to be sure? And he goes, I got to go. I have to go do a theater thing. 10 minutes later,
I was in a rush.
He's back talking to his dad and to his wife. And 10 minutes later, I said, Anthony, take it. And he doesn't. And now, yeah, it was in the other car.
Yeah, it was. And you forgot it tonight on the busiest night up here, and everybody's looking at us like, who the hell are these people?
Well, they should know.
Yeah.
I ran it a little bit earlier on. I ran into my neighbors. They didn't know that we do this show. They know that I do the Russ Joy show. And then I ran into one of my former students.
Yeah. It's a busy night.
Who seems to be doing well in life. Good for him.
It's a busy night. Hey, we got to get to intern Andrew trivia, and there's no better time than to do it when we have Lauren Hart right over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Singing.
Might as well, I guess, right?
Is this playing him in? You know what? We can't bring him on yet because we have to play him on, and she's playing, and we can't have her playing and us playing.
Yeah, but she's going to play the rest of the period, so we're going to miss
She's
out.
going to play the rest of the period?
Yeah, we got to just do it.
Oh,
we just got to do it.
You know what? I'm taking the rest of the night off. We're getting superseded here. Like, what are we doing?
No, just
what are we doing?
Go to him.
All right, fine. Guys, tune up the instruments. Bundy.
Yeah, we're ready.
Can you tune it up?
Yeah.
1, 2, skiddly diddly doo.
There, right there. All right.
Intern,
Yes. Hello.
is it trivia time?
It is.
What time is it?
You know, if you bend over, we'll see Lauren right now.
No. Try the other way.
Or adjust your cap.
Wait, there's your there's her hand. There's part of her guitar.
There she is.
There she is.
Yes.
All right, intern. It's not about her right now. It's our show, damn it. All right, let's go. Intern.
So I would say pretty significant news happened in the NHL yesterday. Sidney Crosby with a goal and an assist against the Canadiens put him ahead of Mario Lemieux for not only 8th on the NHL's all-time points list, but number 1 in Penguins history. So aside from Crosby,
She just lost her Santa hat. Sorry, continue.
aside from Crosby, there are 8 other players currently active that are a franchise's all-time points leader. Some of them are still playing for that particular franchise. Some of them are not. But can you name those 8?
8 players that were the franchise leader.
Currently
Still playing in the league.
Still playing in the league that are so Stamkos
Correct.
would be one.
Is there? No, never mind. That can't be.
How about Brad Marchand?
Nope.
No, huh? Okay.
Who would be on the all-time? Like, give me like the top 3 Blackhawks.
So I'm trying to think of like newer franchises. So Seattle.
Colorado.
So Seattle. Who would that be?
Matt Beniers?
No. What was his name? The guy who scored the brother played here. Or no, McGinn.
That's close, but not quite.
What's the name I'm thinking of? God damn it.
For Seattle, right?
Yeah.
How about Vegas, Jack Eichel?
Nope.
Mark Stone?
No.
Wow. So would that be for Vegas? Might that be what the hell's his name? The French guy.
Not Pierre-Edouard Bellemare.
Jonathan Marchessault is correct.
Jonathan Marchessault, yeah.
So you're at 2.
Yeah.
There's one obvious one. You guys are whiffing
Well,
on
yeah, but I'm
right
trying to get.
Ovechkin.
Ovechkin is
Thank
3.
you.
There's 3. Yeah,
I contributed.
I'm trying to get to
Russ.
the newer teams. Is what I'm trying to come up
Are
with.
any of them like really old teams?
Isn't it Brock McGinn? What the hell's
Really
his name?
old?
Seattle.
Not really.
I can't
Okay.
think of Seattle. I don't know that one. I probably know it when you say it.
Oh, it wouldn't be Shane Wright. Who's been there?
No, it's. Why can't I remember the guy's name? It's a Mick name. It's an Irish name. It's,
Yeah.
I can't just. It's just not on the tip of my tongue. I just as soon as
McLovin.
as we say it, it'll be like yes, that's it.
Is Nashville one of them? No.
No. Well,
Yes, it is.
Nashville is one. Cool. All right.
is it Forsberg?
Nope.
It's not Philip Forsberg.
Oh, is it the defenseman, Roman Yossi?
Roman Yossi is correct.
Wow.
All right, good. So I got a
Good
team.
one. Good
That's
one.
4.
Is
That's good.
Colorado one of the teams?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Sackett
Is-
still has it.
Yeah, Sackett.
Kitty's getting close. Still a few years away, though.
Yeah.
Does Utah count?
Yes.
Oh, Utah
'Cause
does
they
count.
are technically a new franchise.
All right, well,
The
who-
Coyotes don't exist anymore.
Okay. All right. So that would be all right. So is it Keller?
Clayton Keller.
All right.
Okay.
5, I think, right? Do
Um,
you need 3 more?
Are any of them
Did,
Eastern
you say,
Conference
did we
teams?
say Stamkos? We
I
did,
did,
right?
yeah.
I said Stanford.
Are any more of them Eastern Conference teams?
Yes.
Jared McCann.
There you go.
I knew I would come up with it eventually.
Is it in the comments?
No, it
So
wasn't.
there's 2. You're missing 2.
Are any of the teams in the southern half of the United States?
Yes.
Is one of them Dallas?
No.
Is
Still-
one of
still
them
Madonna.
Is one of them the Panthers?
Yes.
Is
Barkov?
Alexander
it? There,
Barkov.
okay. See,
Yeah.
I've been okay at the teams.
All right. So we got all the newer teams, right?
It was my stat of the night earlier this season.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, Winnipeg's got to be the other one, right? Winnipeg, I knew it. I don't think it's Scheifele. Is it Scheifele?
It's Mark Scheifele.
Mark
Wow.
Scheifele. Okay. All right.
Just did it this year, Scheifele.
Okay.
There we go. Good work. So we got all 8.
There you go.
That was a good trivia question.
Good
Andrew.
trivia. Yeah, I like that one.
That there are 8, but it was you had to think about the newer teams.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that was the game.
I'll
At
tell you
first,
what.
when I saw that, I didn't think Keller would have counted because I would have thought Shane Doan, but I didn't realize the Coyotes didn't just move.
Yeah.
So the Mammoth are actually technically an expansion franchise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The Coyotes still kind of exist if they ever go back to Phoenix.
Okay.
They'll revive that.
Yeah, but I read so in lieu of doing another expansion draft, they just said take all the Coyotes players.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
You know what?
Big
Amadeo's
drama
right.
you deserve it. You deserve a Bitzel. And yeah, we all, by the way, video guy Amadeo Bundy, our guy who clips up all our videos.
Yeah.
Brought us homemade Bitzels.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Anybody want a pizzelle?
No, I'm good, thank
From
you.
the from the Gracia family?
Yeah.
I'm good, thank you.
I will be taking them
No,
home.
give me one. What the hell?
There we go.
Give it to Bundy.
And I can tell that they have anise, which is important.
They use anise oil. I talked to
Anise
Amadeo's
oil.
dad because a lot of people use anisette, and he said it's anise oil
Yeah.
and something else, but it's not just the liqueur. It's the
Yeah, it's good.
It's quite lovely.
This guy's just now saying Crosby. Yeah, that's what it was based on.
Very good. Very good, Amadeo. Big Bitzel fan.
we got to be honest though. These were made by Amadeo's mom.
Oh,
The credit was very clearly given.
then Mrs. Drosky, thank you very much.
Very good.
Fantastic stuff. Oh, there you go. Anise seed and oil.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I love the smell. What?
What did Tony just say?
Stop. Take the comments down. Tony Louis in trouble.
This is why I want you to get a brain.
Oh, man.
Very good.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right.
Well, we went off the rails that period. Oh, you know the thing I was going to say about the Christmas card people?
Oh, go ahead.
The last thing?
Yeah.
So I have one person, they send a Christmas card every year, and in the card is like tell me what you think of this one. It's like a 3-page recap of what their family did in the past year.
Really?
Like, am I supposed to care that much?
I wouldn't read that.
I mean, it's a lot, right? That's a lot. That's going too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, right? I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, I get it, and I see it, and it's like, and they got like a couple pictures, like on the
Yeah.
like they put the pictures in the paper as well, and it's like, here's what the daughters did, and here's what the sons did, and this and that, because they're grown. Like, it's not like a family with young kids; they're adult kids, and they're just saying, where they're living now and what they're doing, and I just think it's a little much.
I hope those people are watching and they're going to come get you. There you go. Eeny Meeny You says, what type of narcissistic lunatic does that?
Yeah, it's weird, right? All I will say is it was someone who was at my wedding.
Did I meet this person?
You may have.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
No, well, we'll talk about it.
Oh,
Off air.
I can imagine based on the people I met at your wedding. we might be doing that.
So, anyway, they're coming back out for the third period here, guys.
Dave Town, hey, somebody give Dave Town some hockey talk.
That's right. I just said it. We're getting ready to start
Dance.
the third period.
Dance, boys, dance.
Yes. Because, we didn't do enough hockey talk in the first two pregame, longer pregame and first intermission. Bundy, just stay the course here, third period, right?
Yeah, just go out and play. Good, keep it solid defensively. Don't force anything. Vancouver has had nothing in the middle of the ice. They haven't had a whole lot at all. There's most stuff's been from the perimeter. Vladar's made the routine saves he's had to make, but I don't think the Flyers have to do anything crazy here. They got a 1-goal lead. They got a chance to make it a 2-0 lead. If they get it to 2-0, this game will be over.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's the case. I agree with you. I think it's one of those things where the next goal is the most important goal.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Bundy, Greg Mack has a very important question. How important is the first 5 minutes?
It's important in this game because you want to preserve that lead and then continue playing good hockey while you have that lead. The Flyers have not played well with a lead. So this is an opportunity for them, again, to try to lock down a hockey game in the third period where they have a lead.
James Thompson really quick says, sounds empty in there. I got to tell you. I don't know where the sound – I don't know if that's because of us. We have sound dampening on the mics.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to get the DMCA takedowns on YouTube. If the music in the background is too loud, they flag the video. But it is absolutely packed in here, and the upstairs is an absolute madhouse.
Yeah, it's crazy up here.
It's like walking through a club up here to try to get to the press box.
Dude is wearing a Yanni Niinema jersey.
No way.
Yanni Niinema. Didn't you have a great story about him?
Yeah. He went to watch Metallica the day of a game at a free concert in the parking lot.
That's right.
And they scratched him.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Puck dropped.
All right, we'll be back post-game here on the Press Row Show. Welcome to the Retro Show. That was only 20. The number one rated pregame intermission postgame show this side of the Mississippi, south of the Arctic Circle, north of the equator, and west of the Malloy Hole, the deepest part of the Arctic Sea. And I'll tell you what, guys, I don't know what St. Nick is packing in those big bags. I don't know if, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and Rudolph. I don't know how stacked those bags are, those Santa sacks, but I'll tell you what, the Flyers filled up that net tonight. 5 goals for the Orange and Black in the only home game left this calendar year.
Yep.
We shan't return until the calendar flips until the year 2026. But, Bundy, a lot of positives to take away from this game tonight.
There was. I mean, there were 6 goals scored in the third period combined with both teams. You go into that into the third frame, it was 1-0 Flyers heading into the third, and you end up with 7 total goals. So if you took the unders tonight, I'm sorry for your loss. That probably really hurt, especially with that last Vancouver goal. But I thought the Flyers played a really, really good hockey game tonight. I know I tweeted that Vancouver, or X, whatever you want to call it, that Vancouver didn't have much in the middle of the ice, and they really didn't through the game until the end when the game was out of reach and game just got sloppy. But I thought the Flyers played a really, really good game, an important 2-point game for the Flyers coming off a lot of losses, even though they're in overtime, and they got the job done. So on to Chicago tomorrow, last game before Christmas, where they have a real haul in terms of a road trip after Christmas, and be a good way to get another 2 points tomorrow night. But I thought tonight they were excellent.
Fourth line tonight.
Yeah.
Nikita Grabenkin, I would argue, had one of his best games of the season. Carl Grundstrom looks like an actual NHL player. I think it's kind of easy to throw the Hathaways and the Deloriers under the bus on a night like tonight. But I will argue that, when you give guys an opportunity and they have the chance to prove that they belong at this level, they belong on the team, sometimes good things happen. That fourth line was really good tonight.
Yeah, look, all 3 of those guys have played on the fourth line at some point this year. It was just the first time that they were all together, and it was certainly the best combination that they've had on that fourth line. I got to look up real quick and see what their ice time was, because I'm betting it was more than the typical 8-9 minutes that you give the fourth line.
They earned it tonight, though.
Yeah, Grabenkin played 12. Abel's 14 and Grundstrom 13. So yeah, they all played more minutes tonight than the fourth line usually gets. And when you can roll those 4 lines like that, that makes a big difference, right? Because it gives you an opportunity, right, Bundy, to kind of get the better lines, better matchups, right?
Especially with all the games they've played, and then the back-to-back with tomorrow night in Chicago, a late start tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You wanted to roll your 4 lines tonight, and that's exactly the luxury that Tocchet had available to him tonight, the way the Flyers played. It was a tight game most of the game, but I thought the Flyers had the better of the chances. They really had territorial advantage, and I don't think Vancouver had anything really scary until they actually scored in the third period.
You know the leading ice time of a forward tonight? Trevor Zegras, but guess what his minutes were?
18.
16:37.
And that led all forwards.
That led all forwards.
Wow.
It just goes to show how balanced the 4 lines were for this one.
I mean, listen, you gotta give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
And this really was a game where you were getting contributions from just about every line. That fourth line deserved their minutes tonight.
By the way,
there was some. Yeah,
there
was a question over here for you, Anthony.
We'll get to the question in a second.
Okay.
I just want to give this little stat out.
Yeah,
we talked about how big the crowd was. 19,996 tonight. The largest regular season crowd in this building since April 7th, 2018.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it was hard to find an empty seat in here tonight.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
This place was packed. The whole upper level, which is usually pretty indicative of how people are feeling about the team, was absolutely jam-packed. It was like trying to go through a club to get over to the press box. Intern Andrew had to throw some elbows to go get some tubular meats. When you're dressed like this, you should absolutely be allowed to have as many tubular meats as you want. You earned it tonight, intern. Good job.
Thanks, Russ. Appreciate
For
that.
those who might have missed it during the intermission, too, he had a heck of a poem. We did have a poll up. 77% of respondents, I think it was 200-something voters, said intern Andrew should not retire the poem. This is probably going to go to a longer debate. Guys, it was a... Getting to throw the bows. And there was a question earlier about, is there a chance that the Flyers could look to move off of a Hathaway or off of a Delorier if guys like Grundstrom continue to solidify a role on that fourth line? I don't know who's making a trade for Delorier.
Delorier's got a no-trade clause, keep in mind.
Well, great deal.
Right.
I would imagine that Hathaway, despite the fact that he hasn't really produced points, maybe there's a team out there that sits there and says, I could fix him.
You can carry both those guys as extras.
Yeah.
You can. It's okay. I mean, you're not going to call up somebody to carry them as an extra, so you can just carry those guys as extras for now. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if Grundstrom and Barkey have absolutely pushed guys out of the lineup, and Barkey's going to take some time. I don't want to jump the shark too early on him yet because he plays well, but whether or not he's ready to play every single night in the NHL at this stage of his life and career, I don't know yet. We'll have to see what the decision these guys make with him. But, there's other guys in the minors, too, that they still can have viable options for, one of them being Alex Bump. He's been injured. He's out for like a week, I think. That's why he didn't get the call-up. So there's a couple things that are kind of like floating out in the breeze a little bit. But there's no doubt Barkey's had an impact. He played pretty well again tonight.
I'm just looking around here. We get to this point in the year. We get to this just before. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mike. Merry Christmas, Mike.
The viewers wished you a Merry Christmas, too. It was there.
Yes.
Mike just gave the salute.
Have a great New Year as well. We'll see you on the
New
6th.
Year, buddy.
Yes.
See you, Mike.
I'll see you.
Great organist.
You just take a look around, and everybody kind of gets like the warm and fuzzies,
Yeah.
I think the only people who are going to still be in the building between now and the New Year are the security folks. But everybody else.
I got to step away for just 1 minute.
Oh?
Yeah, I was the AP guy tonight.
Yeah.
And their Slack channel is not working, so I got to call them to make sure they got the story. And I don't want to do it on the air.
You could have just waited like the minute until we signed off, but that's fine. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just create a giant void in between me and Bundy. There's a hole where Anthony SanFilippo used to be. Now Bundy's gone. What do we do? There he is. Hey there.
Do you think we can be off the air by the time he gets back?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Was there anybody else that stood out to you? Vladar was like really close to having his first shutout of the season.
Yeah,
Anthony
he
wrote
was.
that in the AP story.
Yeah.
And as soon as he got done, he like had the whole little blurb written up, and then they scored. And then he goes, ah. And the funny thing is, I actually root for chaos when Ant is the AP writer because he has his whole narrative written. He has his whole
and anything changes late. There's a lot of changes late in this game today.
and all the late goals and everything. So it kind of blew up Ant's story a few times, which warms the cockles of my heart. Listen, this is interesting too. So go back to Dean real quick. Dean Youngblood says, "Thanks, Lawton, for getting us Grabenkin." I mean,
that's what he got.
He was part of that deal.
Yeah, he did get you that.
You know who Anthony reminded me? Holy smokes, they're pulling a chair. That is not a whale dying. That is a chair being pulled.
That's a big chair.
That is a big chair.
Oh, it's going right there. It's going right there. There it is. It's back in its home.
Oh, well, it's good to find your home,
Can you believe Toronto actually gave up Grabenkin and a first for Lawton?
Yeah, because they're dumb teams out there.
That is some of the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. The fact that, listen, I like Lawton and everything, but the fact that someone gave a first-round pick for him at that stage in his career is insanity.
It is. Well,
it's insanity.
That's part of why people have been kind of theorizing that, like, if the Flyers were to fall out of this thing around the deadline, Dvorak would get you first. I mean, think about what Dvorak has been this year compared to even what Lawton was last year. He'll get you first. I would love to see a scenario where Rasmus Ristolainen plays himself into a good spot and then. But anyway, that's not for today. On the whole tonight, Bundy, I think solid game for this team.
Yeah.
It would have been easy for the Flyers to kind of lose sight. Oh, and Ant's coming back. It's all about Ant. Intern, what do we do here? What do we do with this guy?
Holidays. Merry Christmas.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. Mr. Associated Press.
Their Slack channel wasn't let me log in.
It said that there was a code. You had to put a code in.
Yeah, but it goes to an email address that I don't have.
Why don't you have the email?
Because they said it's set up internal. Like I don't have it's a fake AP.
This is like when my parents, I have do you guys have anything set up for like your folks where like if they try to reset their Google password, you get an email, like you try to block it so they don't change it again. My parents changed their email passwords at least twice a day.
No, but you know what I do for my parents?
What's that?
So, because I didn't want them paying the cable bill any longer.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
So what I did is I
cut the cable to their house. That's not fair.
No. So I have the I'm a streamer and I have it on their television, right? So that they can just turn on their TV and watch it. If I want to watch live TV, I have to use a Chromecast to stream it to my TV.
Yeah.
Because it's on their television.
Yeah.
So I take the extra step at my house.
Wow.
So that my folks don't have to.
What a you know what? That's the holiday spirit, Bundy. That's the holiday spirit.
Right. I mean, that's a good thing.
You were saying though, the Toronto trade, that not only did you get a first, but you got Grbankin. That was a heck of a deal. And then how about Grundstrom? I totally forgot where Grundstrom came from.
San Jose.
Yeah, but it was the Ryan Ellis dumping his contract.
Yeah.
They got Grundstrom.
I mean, think about that.
Just amazing how some teams view certain players and then how they value them and then they don't value them. It's unbelievable.
I'm going to give props here. I know somebody might call me a shill, but good luck calling me a shill after all these years. I will say the thing that I often come back to when it comes to like really good front offices or really good GMs is finding that value along the margins, right? To this point in Danny Briere's tenure, he has been able to find valuable pieces along the margins in some trades, like Grundstrom. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Grbankin, like there were some hopes for, but like you don't really know. He's been a good player for them, and he got draft capital. I mean, good players
again.
Dvorak,
all
better
the
than
moves he made this offseason have been a positive.
Yep.
There's not one that you sit there and go, "Oh, that one didn't work out." They've all been positive.
Yep.
Even adding a guy like stinking Noah Juleson, right? Like to be the seventh defenseman.
That's pretty hurtful. Juleson's had an okay
season. But I'm saying that's
who's the other?
He's their
guy
seventh defenseman.
Dennis Gilbert. Was it Gilbert? Gilbert?
Yeah, but then I think they traded him.
They did trade him.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that Briere brought in this offseason that didn't stick around.
Correct.
Like that's pretty darn high average.
Yeah, he's done good.
So, listen, if we had told you at the beginning of the season the Flyers would be over 500, getting very close to Christmas break.
I was going to say it, and I didn't.
Oh, you
know what I was going to say.
Anthony almost got us in a lot of trouble.
Little, when
they're taking the elevator.
When? Yeah, but they're going down. When that little thing in your brain tells you, maybe not want to think about it.
Yeah.
Then that's when you just listen to that little thing in your brain.
Anthony, who knows stuff about little things. Let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow we have what?
Yes, our
Snow the Goalie Radio.
Snow the Goalie Radio at Chickies and Pete's of Bordentown, New Jersey. So if you're up in that Bucks County, Trenton, Burlington County area, by all means, come out and see us at 6:00. We will be there for the Snow the Goalie Radio, and we'll have it streaming right on our YouTube page.
We do have to tell you, though, we won't be on the radio. If you're listening to WBCB tomorrow, there's an Eagles show. Because apparently somebody thinks that the Eagles are a team that people want to talk about. Can you believe that in this economy? It's their normal night. We moved on to Tuesday for the week. So we won't be able to take calls tomorrow. So we're going to treat it pretty much like a normal stream show.
Yeah.
Oh, we could probably use the profanity if we wanted to tomorrow.
It's on the radio, right?
Not live. They might put it on.
Okay.
Yeah. So no.
We'll talk. Anyway, it'll be a lot of fun. We'll be out there in Bordentown. Bundy's going to get the Bundy. Ant's going to get probably a crab cake sandwich.
No.
Are you going to go with the
fish tacos, man? Were so good.
Was it cod?
Yeah, it was delicious.
Okay.
It was delicious.
All right. We'll be out there tomorrow. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
All right.
That's my buddy.
He's got a Jeremy Roenick.
He's usually over here with US Rob.
Jersey.
The guys I went to high school with.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we will be back on Tuesday night at Chickies and Pete's in Bordentown for Snow the Goalie Radio, 6 o'clock. If you're in the Bordentown area,
and then we'll enjoy the holiday and have a week off from each other.
And then we'll see each other, the day before New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve?
On the 30th. That's also
another
a
Tuesday.
Yeah.
I forget where we're at that week.
That one got moved because I think we're getting
Is that in Malvern?
Phantoms player?
Then that might be Malvern.
Yeah, that might be the one where we're getting a Phantoms player. So we'll have an update on that.
Let me actually give people an update because I know that this was a thing that you were complaining about the other day that we don't tell people far enough in advance. Hold on. No, we're gonna be at Parks.
Is that where we're at on the 30th?
We will be at Parks on the 30th.
Okay.
At Parks Casino in Ben Salem. So tomorrow, Bordentown. Next week, New Year's Eve,
the 30th.
The 30th, a Tuesday as well. We will be at Parks. The following week, I don't know where we'll be. We'll put it out.
Yeah.
We'll put it out. And
by the way, we won't be able to see intern Andrew until the new year. So happy holidays, kid.
Is this it for him?
You as well, guys.
Yeah.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Enjoy your new year.
Do my best and then say goodbye to my hair.
Yes.
Your best.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm doing it in early January. I got to get some new clippers, so just stay tuned on that one, all right?
But the quicker you cut it, the quicker it grows back.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
You know what? I think do we hold off until the playoffs?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not doing it on the 6th, so it's the first game back, and I'm not.
Yeah, it's also the Cutter game.
Yeah.
Well, that actually does make sense. Cut his hair.
Cut it for Cutter.
Cut it for Cutter. That actually doesn't sound very good. You're gonna get canceled.
I gotta get a new set of shears.
Whatever.
Can you imagine?
Actually, I can use my dogs on you. It's a nice big wide head on it. I shave his ass with it once a month.
Nah.
Amadeo, clip that.
This is Dan Hilferty. Welcome to Snow the Goalie. You're in for a treat.
He warned you.
Listen, I hope that everybody out there, if you're new, if you've been with us all season or whatever, I hope you've had a fun time. We will be back in the new year with the Press Row Show on the 6th as Cutter Gauthier and Anaheim come to town. Otherwise, make sure you join us the next couple of weeks at Chickies and Pete's in Bordentown and then Parks Casino on Tuesdays. And a big thank you to everybody who helps us with the show. Big thank you to security who keep us safe up here because we've almost gotten bum rushed a couple of times. You just never know. You never know.
Yeah.
So, Ant, Bundy, intern.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
everyone.
Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And we'll see each other tomorrow.
Yep. All right. Talk to you everyone soon. Like the video, share the video, subscribe. Go subscribe in the podcast feed. Talk to you soon.